The problem. SanDisk Extreme and Extreme Pro portable SSDs, especially 4 TB models, have been reported to wipe data and become unreadable after a sustained write. SanDisk, a subsidiary of Western Digital, is one of the leading brands of portable solid-state drives, SSDs, that offer fast and reliable storage solutions for various purposes. However, in recent months, many customers have complained about a serious issue with some of the SanDisk Extreme and Extreme Pro portable SSDs, especially the 4 TB models. The issue is that after writing a large amount of data to the drive suddenly loses its file system and all the data on it. In some cases, the drive also becomes completely unreadable and unwritable, rendering it useless. This issue has been reported by users on various online platforms, such as Reddit, SanDisk forums, and social media. Some of the users are film and video editors who rely on these drives for their work and have lost important files due to this problem. The issue seems to affect only the drives that were manufactured after November 2022, according to some users who contacted their distributors. The issue also occurs regardless of the file system type or the operating system used. SanDisk has acknowledged the problem and said that it has resolved it with a firmware update that will be published on its website soon. However, SanDisk only confirmed the firmware update for the 4 TB models of the Extreme and Extreme Pro portable SSDs, and did not mention anything about the 2 TB models that have also been reported to suffer from the same issue. Moreover, SanDisk did not offer any refunds or data recovery services for the affected customers, which has left many of them frustrated and disappointed. The cause of the problem is still unclear, but some users have speculated that it might be related to a faulty controller chip or a bad firmware code that corrupts the drive after a certain amount of data is written. Until SanDisk releases the firmware update and clarifies the situation, it is advisable to avoid using these drives for critical data storage or backup purposes. If you already own one of these drives, you should back up your data to another device as soon as possible and check SanDisk's website regularly for the firmware update. Western Digital has announced that it has fixed the problem that caused some SanDisk SSDs to fail after 40,000 hours of use. The company has developed a new firmware version that will prevent the issue from occurring and restore the normal operation of the affected drives. The firmware update will be available for download from the Western Digital website soon. The issue was caused by a bug in the previous firmware version that incorrectly calculated the smart attribute data, which monitors the health and performance of the SSDs. This resulted in some drives reaching their end of life prematurely and becoming inaccessible. Western Digital has apologized for any inconvenience caused by this issue and assured customers that their data is not at risk. The firmware update applies to certain models of SanDisk X600 SATA SSDs with specific extension codes. To check if your drive is affected, you can use the SanDisk SSD dashboard application, which will also help you install the firmware update once it is available. You can download the SanDisk SSD dashboard from the Western Digital website. If you have any questions or concerns about this issue or the firmware update, you can contact Western Digital customer support for assistance. Western Digital is committed to providing high-quality products and services to its customers and values their feedback.